Alright, hey guys, I'm Lukas and today's Sunday, and this week's topic is acceptance. Last week we talked about coming out, and I will touch more on that now, that whenever I came out to my sister, she told me to sit back and think about it, and I was like, we're already at the point in my life where I know this is who I am, this is how it's gonna be, but I guess they just weren't ready for it. So that's that. I went to my dad and I talked to him and we had a nice sit down, a nice talk about it, which was really cool. And then a couple days later, I said something to my mom and she just I don't want to hear anything about it. I don't want to have anything to do with this. We're never going to speak of this again. So I was like, okay. Then not too long after, I think it was like a week later or something, both of my parents sat me down together, and my mom just completely ripped me a new butthole. And I was just like, oh, this is great. I love this. Thank you. No, what it was, she said, that I was lying. I was doing it for attention, because being gay wasn't enough. Because I'm always about shock and awe. Okay, thank you. But here I am, 2.5 years later, still being me. But, we've made some baby steps. Very few. And, very small. Where, trying to think, one thing I can remember playing Trivia Crack. She's friends with me on Facebook, so there's one right there. My Facebook is Mayo, and she's friends with me on Facebook, which was her doing pretty much, because she has millions of Facebooks for her games and stuff, which is so stupid. But I blocked her main one, and she found out because she couldn't see my profile anymore, because for some reason I'm having a really hard time setting it to private if you're not friends with me. So she used her other ones to creep on me, and she had made a comment. She's like, why'd you block me? And I was like, I wasn't living with her at the time, honestly. And I came to visit, and she's like, why'd you block me? And I was like, I don't want you seeing what I'm doing with my life. Well, it eventually came up that I added her on Facebook. I added her mom on Facebook. And now I'm friends with, I'd say about 10 people spread out throughout my mom's side and my dad's side of the family. So that's something, but I was playing Trivia Crack, and my mom had looked at me, and she said, Lucas Harold has to play. She never says that. I always get my birth name. I always get feminine pronouns, and it drives me crazy. But then, I was working at Walmart. This is another baby step. This wasn't even that long ago. It was like 2 weeks ago, maybe. Trying to think. I worked at 2 separate Walmarts, and apparently after you work at, I don't know if it's 2 separate Walmarts or 2 different times, I guess, because they were a year apart that I worked at them. I went and applied again because the head of personnel told me to, and I kept calling for a month, once every week for a month, seeing if they had looked at my application yet. And my mom was like, are you sure they're looking up your birth name? I was like, well, they know my birth name. That's what all my official paperwork was under. That's what they did. And she's like, why don't you find out? And she had said using Lucas in your social life is okay, but as far as professional and in your job, I wouldn't do that. But my mom fails to see that this is actually who I am, and this is who I will be for the rest of my life. But I don't know, like, my mom actually said the name. But as far as actually being accepted, people that I went to high school with, because I didn't come out until after I graduated, whenever I came out to, like, really close friends, they were actually really accepting, which was fantastic. Like, my best friend at the time, she was like, I don't care. I mean, this actually makes more sense than insert birth name. I was like, thank you. Somebody who actually sees it. And I was telling other people, and they're like, I can't even see you as that other person. I mean, and then whenever I tell people now, people are like, what? I mean, I'm pre-everything. I don't think I passed that well, but I don't know. Trying to think. I mean, like I said, as far as friends go, I'm actually pretty accepted. And family, I have some select people who are like, oh yeah, that's fine. I get that. That's cool. But I don't really see them that much. So, it doesn't really, it's not that it doesn't mean anything, but I don't know exactly how well they accept it or how much they accept it because I don't see them. They don't talk, I don't hear them talk about me or anything. But my mom, my dad, my grandparents, and some aunts and uncles, all I hear is birth name this, birth name that. Feminine pronouns. It drives me crazy. Like, I can't handle it. But, oh well, I guess. I mean, it sucks, but I'm kind of used to it. I know that day, if it ever comes, where my mom calls me her son, or, God, it just seems like a far-fetched dream. Like, when that day comes, if it ever does, I'll probably crap my pants, because I can't see her coming to me and just being like, Lucas. I'm like, what? Like, I just can't. Facebook, real quick. I'm not out on Facebook. So whenever people message me, and if I choose to tell them, I get, what? No. But, stay tuned for next week, guys. We're probably gonna have some pretty interesting things. I don't know what to expect. So, please, if you like our videos, subscribe, like, make other people watch them. I don't care. Share this. Do something. Please. We want to make a difference for everybody. So, thank you. I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.